Good morning, nerds. It's me, your buddy, HeyArcher. Welcome back to my channel. You're here for Nerdy Coffee. The final episode of Wandavision has aired. We'll go over our thoughts. As a reminder to anybody who's new here, I'm HeyArcher. Nerdy Coffee is our Friday morning reviews where we drink some brew, whether it's cold or hot. Talk about our favorite shows after they premiere on Fridays, usually Disney Plus, because they're the only ones that premiere on Fridays. So today will be a spoiler-filled, quick review of WandaVision as a whole. Next week we will probably be off because there's nothing out next Friday, but the Friday after that we have Winter Soldier and I'm like gathering my thoughts from the finale. Winter Soldier and Falcon comes out in 2 weeks, so that'll be fun. But as I mentioned, if you're new here, this will be filled with spoilers. So this is your warning before we dive into that. There's a lot for me to kind of digest. Maybe there's a lot for you all to digest. At the same time, I feel like there's not. So it's a little bit of both. So right away, I want to just knock this part out. At the end of the episode, Captain Rambeau, the town is, so the bubble's gone, right? The hex is gone, everything's gone. And Monica's there, and SWORD is arresting their own guy, or the FBI shows up, but SWORD's there, and they're arresting the guy who was in charge of the whole process. That alone bothered me, but I'm going to skip that. So one of the agents tells Captain Rambeau, like, hey, we got to go to the theater. Somebody wants to talk to you. And it turns out that she's actually one of the Skrulls. And she's like, hey, friend of your mom, essentially looking for you. They want you to come with us. She's like, oh, where are we going? And the Skrull agent points up. So they're going to space. So what bothered me about that whole thing is Nick Fury runs SWORD. He runs SWORD with the Skrulls. SWORD was also on Earth. So it's like, was there two departments of SWORD, and they didn't know what the other side was doing? Like, that whole thing already was like bothering me. It bothered me throughout the series, like in the back of my head, because I was like, all right, SWORD is run by Nick Fury, or at least he's part of it. That was the whole end of Endgame, or was it Infinity War? One of them. That was the whole ending thing of him being in space, is he's part of the SWORD agency. So everything happening threw me off. I was like, how do the good guys not know about this? Or how did the good guys not know Vision is captured there? So that's what that ending part was, for anybody who was wondering about that. But, something that continues to be an issue with Marvel in general, and I feel like everybody can agree here, the endings are rough. In most cases, the endings can be a bit rough. And on this one, I like that they didn't do the happy ending. That was the one request I had. They didn't do the happy ending. Everything was gone. Everything was wiped out. But now Wanda has that book that Agatha was using. And now Wanda is actually studying chaos magic. So make sure, by the way, you stay till the end of the episode, because there is that end credit scene. And, she's at this cabin in the middle of nowhere, and she's outside, and the coffee pot goes off, and she goes in the house, and it appears like she's living peacefully. But then in a back room, there's her Scarlet Witch self reading that book of chaos magic. So that is pretty neat, I gotta say. But there was no cool cameo. There was no cool reveal. Last night I was on Paxmas's channel with Aaron Waller, and we were talking about it, like what the cameo would be, if there is a cameo. That everybody was alluding to a cameo, and it only made sense to me that the cameo would be Doctor Strange, because Wanda is in the new Doctor Strange movie, Doctor Strange and the Multiverse of Madness. So being that they were in New Jersey, which is right across the water from New York, I was like, all right, well, obviously it should be Doctor Strange that shows up. Once it was revealed that it was not him, I was like, all right, maybe we're not going to get a cameo. Maybe that's all made up. And then Agent Wu gets a phone and he calls his friend Cliff and tells him, hey, can you come out in an hour? And I was like, oh, hey, this is random, but I guess obviously we're going to get Cliff Burton. We're going to get Hawkeye, right? Not the case either. There was like, he wasn't there either. So I was like, what was the point of even doing that? What was the point of even saying, I'm going to call my friend Cliff? Like that served no purpose. So there's a lot of disappointing farts, a lot of different disappointing parts there. And the final one that I think I mentioned last week is I didn't want them to transfer Vision's mind into the new Vision, and then Vision's now alive through that Vision. And they kind of did it. That new Vision just flew off. Very similar to, let me pull it up. What was the name of that robot in Justice League Unlimited? Let me find. Sorry, I didn't even put on any background music. Let me do it real quick, even though the show's almost over. I can't think of. There we go. I'll lower that a little bit for you. So we had this android. Maybe they'll give me the name of the android here. But essentially, this android had part of Vision's powers, like same power structure, where he can, regenerate. He could take on other people's powers, phase through things, the whole nine. And the Amazo robot. And essentially, at the end of Justice League, when they fought him the first time, he just flew off. He was like, you know what? I'm good here. This is boring. I'm whooping you guys. Like, you bring nothing to me. And Martian Manhunter put in his mind the idea. Martian Manhunter, also a Vision type character, put in his mind like, hey, there's wonders out there in the universe that you don't know about. You should go investigate that stuff. This Earth stuff is boring to you. Go look at that. And that's what made Amazo be like, oh, there's something out there. I'm out, and left. And I feel like they did that here. I feel like they copied Amazo, and the new Vision was like, now that I know I'm Vision, I'm part Vision, Vision's mind's in here, freak out, what's going on here, I'm out, deuces. So that kind of bothered me too. But Andrew, good to see you. Let me pull up what you got here. Yeah, 2 post-credit scenes. Yep, Vision with no feelings toward Wanda, basically a mind wipe. Yeah, and then they'll use his body to kind of, bring him back when needed. But just to end it, because I do have to get out of here. But they last night on the show with Pax and Aaron, they asked, or say Paximus asked us to rate the show. And as of yesterday, I said it was going to be an 8, it was a strong 8. But it was dependent on the finale, and I knew the finale would make or break that 8. And I got to go back to now. It's like a 7. Show overall like a 7, because they hyped up so much and they alluded to so much and then gave you nothing. And the subverting expectations thing, I was cool with it. Even with the Quicksilver thing, it turns out that Quicksilver was just a dude who Agatha gave him powers through like a necklace. But I was fine with that one. Where it's like, all right, you guys think this is some sort of Marvel Fox crossover? Kidding. He's just a dude, which I was fine with. Well, as a whole, my friend who does astrophysics or whatever, my friend Cliff, like all these things, and then have nobody show up, and it's just over. I guess there wasn't many places they can go with that. And as I think about it, I guess there weren't many places they can go. They worked with what they had, but to me, it was a disappointing ending. But let me know in the comments. Let me know how you felt about the series overall. Let me know if the finale ruins the show for you. I'm not going to go as far as say it ruins the show, but it knocks it down a couple points to me. So I'm giving it strong 6 to 7 overall. But I do appreciate that the show got me to care about Vision and Wanda. I did not expect that whatsoever. So as a whole, going week to week, the excitement was high. Everything was good. but in true Marvel fashion, the finale leaves much to be deserved or desired. But yeah, that's it. I think next week is going to be a break. Now that I think about it, because there is no show next Friday, so we may not do a live nerdy coffee. But hey, if something develops, if something comes out, we'll talk about it. I'll probably go into a more long form review of the series, either with Aaron and Pax or in a different video. Because I feel like this, I feel like the series did its job, but that ending really just like, I was like, whatever. HeyArcher Live every Thursday at 8 p.m. Nerdy Coffee, of course, Friday mornings after new shows come out. Next week, we'll figure it out. New unboxings, new 2-minute reviews coming out. New vlog comes out tomorrow. I said that last week, but tomorrow for sure it's coming out. If you haven't seen the Converse commercial, check that out. It was a lot of fun making that. It was a lot of hard work making that. I now appreciate people who make commercials and music videos and all that stuff. I tip my hat to you who do that as a job. But it was fun, so check it out. It's up on the channel as well. And the unboxing for that is coming out probably today or tomorrow. Either way, thanks for being here. Thanks for watching. Here's to you. And I'll talk to all you nerds in the next video. Peace.